Good morning. Once again, Kenny Jacobs from Bloomington, Illinois. I'm going to do another video this morning that talks about current events as it relates to Bible prophecy. A couple days ago, I did a video that talked about the Mark of the Beast technology and how that's coming upon us. And this is a follow-up to that. And I'm reading out of an article that I'm going to post to the description box. And the title of the article is Venezuela enforces fingerprint registry to buy groceries. This is from April 3rd, 2014. And it starts off and it says, what if you were forced to register in order to buy groceries? And what if, through that registration, the food you bought could be tracked and quantities could be limited? That's exactly the plan in Venezuela right now. The AP reports that in an effort to crack down on hoarding, that ID cards will be issued to families. These will have to be presented before foodstuffs can be purchased. The Venezuelan president says the cards to track families' purchases will foil people who stock up on groceries at subsidized prices and then illegally resell them for several times the amount. Registration began Tuesday at more than 100 government-run supermarkets across the country. Working-class shoppers who sometimes endure hours-long lines at government-run stores to buy groceries at steeply reduced prices are welcoming the plan. That should open up your eyes again. Here's Mark of the Beast technology being forced upon people, and it says that they're welcoming the plan. Goes on here to say patrons will register with their fingerprints, and the new ID card will be linked to a computer system that monitors purchases. On Tuesday, Food Minister Felix Osorio said the process was off to a smooth start. He says the system will sound an alarm when it detects suspicious purchasing patterns, barring people from buying the same goods every day. But he also says the cards will be voluntary, with incentives like discounts and entry into raffles for homes and cars. Alright, now it goes on to say, why would we care about what's going on in Venezuela? And it says, you better care because this is our future. Already the Obama administration has moved the pieces into place on the board to be able to appropriate supplies from anyone at any time. It should be clear from the laws that are already in effect that the government has given itself a legal pretext for confiscating anything they choose in the midst of an emergency. Should an emergency befall the United States, the military, the National Guard, and local police operating under orders from the Department of Homeland Security will have carte blanche to do as they please. I remind you of the fusion centers that are out there now that combines the military, the National Guard, and the local police, just for this very purpose. In a widespread emergency where supply lines have been threatened and millions of Americans are without essential resources because they failed to prepare, the government will swoop in and attempt to take control. That's interesting, the failed to prepare line there, because the Department of Homeland Security already lists you on a watch list if you are a prepper and you buy food and stockpile food for this very purpose. If you buy survival type of food, they might consider you a terrorist right now. So the reality is they don't want you to be prepared in a stockpile of food. And if you are stockpiling the food, this article goes on to say that the NSA may come in and confiscate that whenever they want. This article also goes on to warn about loyalty cards at grocery stores that all these stores are pushing on you now. It says, could there be a nefarious purpose to that? Because they're tracking what you buy, and they're going to know whether you're stockpiling or not. These databases are easily accessible to the NSA. It says you really don't want to provide an inventory of your stockpile to the government. Some cards, like the one from Target, for example, even take it a step farther and link your credit card or debit account. You can see the handwriting on the wall, guys, and this system is being tested out right now in Venezuela. But it should really open up your eyes. And when it says that you have to register your fingerprints on this new card, and they say it's voluntary. Yes, it's voluntary for now while they're testing it. Once the mark of the beast is implemented, it will not be voluntary. You'll lose your head if you choose not to so-called volunteer to get the mark of the beast. Now, the other thing is, it says they're going to register your fingerprints and give you a new ID card. Of course, and then what's going to happen? People are going to lose their ID card. There will eventually be a mark put in your hand, and it will be told to you that it's for convenience and for safety and security. And it will not be voluntary. Revelation chapter 6 talks about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And when he opens the third seal, he sees a black horse, and the black horse represents famine and soaring, hyperinflated food prices. It will be worldwide. We've talked about on other videos how there's huge droughts out in California and how farmers are not even planting crops in some cases this year. The food supply is going to be down. And as natural disasters like floods and whatever climate change things that they are telling us upon us continues to increase, the food supply is going to go down. Has anyone noticed the price of food lately anyway? It's going up as we speak. So is gas. So this hyperinflation and the collapse of the economy is coming quicker than people realize. And need I remind you that the National Defense Authorization Act allows the government to indefinitely detain any American citizen without trial if they think you might be a terrorist. And if they catch you stockpiling food, they are going to consider you a terrorist, possibly. If you believe that you should have personal freedoms and rights, that the government shouldn't be able to continually walk all over our constitutional rights, they're going to consider you a terrorist. There are a lot of people on that watch list, I'm sure, here in America that have no idea they're on that watch list, and certainly shouldn't be on that watch list because they're not potential terrorists. But when there's a one-world system coming that will be a totalitarian system, the government really doesn't care, and they need to take away the rights of the people. And we see that happening more and more all the time. All the signs are here, guys. Keep looking up. Jesus coming back soon. God bless you.